Welcome back to the Hoop Trick Encyclopedia. And today's trick we're learning is called the Flower of Life. So this is an off-body trick. I recommend using a lightweight polypro hoop for this one. And it's gonna be a lot easier if you have a smaller hoop, so try to use the smallest one that you have. And essentially the Flower of Life is a combination of isolation and just extending the arm out, up, over, and down. So you're making 4 points of contact with the hand and the hoop. And the faster that you go, the more you see the shape, which becomes this flower of life geometrical pattern. So in order to get this motion, you have to use the momentum of the hoop in that top part of the hand, right where the thumb meets the index finger. And just like we did in ghosting, how I showed you in that motion where we extend the hoop over and to the side, right? Just to start with finding that balance beam, you're doing a very similar motion here with the top of the hand, except instead of extending it all the way out and to the side, you're moving up and down, side to side. So think about a compass, you know, the 4 directions on a compass, and you're just hitting that north, east, south, west, north, east, south, west, north, east, south, west. And you're taking the hoop as it comes to this part of the hand, that's when you're extending out. Once it comes to this part, you're extending up. Once it comes to this part, you're extending out and then down. And it may be hard at first to get the hoop over to your, it's kind of like an awkward motion to get it all the way over like that. So try that a few times just without the hoop, extending the hand and flipping the palm, just to get that motion down. And then you want to think about drawing the hoop in those 4 points and letting there be a little bit of a spiral between each one. So if you can visualize that, it's going to help you a lot in this trick. And you can stay in one section for a while. You don't have to move as fast through all 4 points. You can stay here, you can move it to the side, you can move it up, and then move it to that awkward position. This is always the hardest one, and then move it back down. So sometimes starting out slow is gonna be a lot easier and you'll have a lot more time to digest what's happening and where the hoop is supposed to be on the hand, how your arm is feeling, and even building strength in those stabilizing muscles to be able to make the trick look smoother. So just like we do in every trick, we're gonna try on both hands. So as you can see, once you're up here, it's like a little bit of a spiral out to the side, and you have to flex the hands. As you can see, I just dropped the hoop. If you don't flex the hands, then it's gonna be a lot harder for the hoop to stay on the fingers whenever you get to your full awkward extension. Okay, so really flex the hands, let the thumb point down, right? And just draw those 4 points. North, west, south, east, north, west, south, east. Okay? So this one's gonna take a little bit of practice just to find the timing, and try to do equal practice on both sides. Don't favor one side on this one, because this is gonna help to build muscle, and it's also gonna help to open and stretch the shoulder. You're doing more of this motion. So think of this stretch here, except you're using the hoop to help you guide into the stretch, right? So if you were to stay here, it would be really similar to if you had your arm here helping, okay? And once again, I know I've said this a few times, but make sure you're bending at the knees and you're not hyperextending. It's very common to do in these repetitive drills and these hooping drills, okay? And so without the hoop, just to give you an idea of where the hand is going, so this is how the hand is working in space. So you're drawing these little circles with the hand. Okay, So south, west, north, east. South, west, north, east. And so it may, like I said, be very beneficial in the beginning to just do the hand motions to then feel out where the arm needs to be, and then the hoop, you're just keeping really in a hand hooping position right in between the thumb and the index finger. So if you've been practicing hand hooping, this one will actually not be too difficult for you over time. All right, so this was a little bit of a shorter tutorial, but I feel like at this point you guys are all set and know exactly how to practice. And you know, I feel like after learning all of these tricks, you are now really set up. If you just keep practicing for at least 10 minutes a day, you will really start to see how your hooping will transform. If you're not already videotaping yourself, please start, because you're really gonna be able to catalog your journey and see how much you're growing over time. Plus, having that real-time feedback is really helpful for making those adjustments and corrections that you need in your posture and where the hoop is resting on the body and so on and so forth. So if you haven't already posted in the Flow Culture group, please do, and let us know that you finished all 25 of these Hoop Trick Encyclopedia lessons. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. What an epic journey this has been so far. So I hope that this is not the end of your hooping journey and you keep practicing. And before you know it, you'll be able to do all of these with effort and ease, without effort and ease. So that's all for today, and I hope to see you in the Flow Culture group sharing more of your hooping journey with us. Namaste.